Amber Guyger, she appeared in court this Monday for a court hearing, and there's a couple of updates that we need to talk about. Did you forget about this case?
The former Dallas police officer left the courthouse for likely the last time before jury selection begins next month.
Things like the jury, are they going to be sequestered? Are they going to change the location of where the trial will be held? Things that were presented during the court hearing, which is kind of unprecedented, and a lot more. So stay tuned.
I see potential subscribers.
All right, so let's talk about some of the updates. And if you haven't heard about this case, I have an entire playlist / series here on YouTube. You can check it out. I'll put the links down below. The trial is actually set for September 23rd, and the jury selection, it's set for it's starting September 6th until September 13th. Now, the defense attorney was requesting, Amber Guyger's team was requesting to move the case to other locations.
Case has generated so much publicity and strong opinions that defense attorneys are trying to get the trial moved out of Dallas County.
Do you believe there can be a fair, unbiased jury in Dallas? Or should they move the locations?
Her attorneys continue to argue that she cannot get a fair trial in Dallas County.
According to DallasNews.com, the locations that were requested by Amber's team, it's either Collin, Ellis, Fannin, Grayson, Kaufman, or Rockwall counties. I don't know any of these areas. Maybe you guys out there in Texas can comment down below and tell me. According to the Dallas News, they said they did an analysis, and supposedly those locations, the demographics over there, it says it's a more wider and a more conservative area. I think what Judge Tammy Kemp is doing is right. She said that she's not going to make a decision until the lawyers at least question and talk to prospective jurors.
Judge Tammy Kemp says her decision would be made after trying to find a suitable jury here first.
The next question that I wanted to ask is, and it came up, should the judge sequester the jury? That means, should they isolate the jury, put them in a hotel, and keep them isolated from the media and press? I think that they absolutely should. So, because when you have these loose ends and all that kind of stuff, they can always come back and make all these appeals and all this kind of stuff. So I think they should totally, if they find an acceptable jury, sequester them. Now, this next part is kind of interesting. Judge Kemp allowed prosecutors to admit items of evidence into the court hearing. It's not even the trial yet. So things like the firearm, bullet casings, photographs of an unspecified projectile, I wonder what that is, that was recovered during Jean's autopsy.
Weeks before the trial begins, Dallas County prosecutors introduced evidence during a court hearing.
It was odd. I mean, I don't know, in a pretrial motion, kind of a standard hearing before a jury trial, that the state would bring in some pretty definitive evidence that usually would be to be done in front of the jury.
I don't know what that's about, but it is reported that there is a gag order issued by the judge, so the prosecutors cannot elaborate as to why they did that. It's kind of interesting. The thing too is that, like, if they decide that they cannot hold this case in that area in Dallas and they have to move it, it could take up to another entire year for this trial.
They bust the panel, as we talk about, in jury selection, which means most people can't follow the law, or there's been too much media coverage. Judge Kemp's going to have to change venue, and if that happens, it'll delay this case at least a year probably.
So you guys comment down below, let me know your thoughts, and thank you to the Patreon supporters. I love you. Catherine, Katrina, Shekanya, and Doreen. And I'm going to post this first to Facebook for free, because you know what? YouTube honestly demonetizes every single video I upload automatically. So if I was to put the content that I spend hours on another platform for free, it doesn't make a difference, because YouTube is not paying us anyway. It's a bunch of whatever. We'll keep it nice. So thank you guys for the support. Have a great day. Take care of yourselves. Botham Jean, rest in peace. Sorry to the family. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Just the craziness that we're facing in our society.